Paris, Tennessee.
Right.
How did? Why don't you talk about how you got involved with that recruit?
Well, what we do is, and this costs us money too. We buy publications. We buy publications that in magazines that tell us about high school players, where the players are, and things like that. And so this young man was on the cover of one of the publications that we bought. So we figured he must be pretty good. They said he's the top player in this part of the state of Tennessee and one of the top players in the state of Tennessee. So as a result of that, we followed up on that, and the young man showed interest in what we're doing. Matter of fact, it came down to us and the University of Memphis, the Division I school. So we defeated Memphis on being able to get the kid. So that was a great catcher for us.
And so you're doing some great things in terms of reaching out and in terms of really laying the foundation for this football team.
Right.
Now, one of the great games that we'll play this upcoming season will be the John Merritt Classic. What are some of your plans in reference to that? I mean, have you made any plans in reference to it? Well, not necessarily about winning or losing, but how do you see that?
Well, one thing I think is important for our fans to come out and support that classic. Very, very important. Number one, financially support. Number two, I think it's a great classic. I think it's a great rival. You know, Alabama A&M, I guess I picked the wrong time to come and play, because prior to my coming here, Alabama A&M was not that good of a football. They were good, but Tennessee State had pretty much beaten them. Now all of a sudden, these last 2 years, like this past year, they won the SWAC conference. They were the best team in the SWAC, and they've beaten us 2 years in a row since I've been here. So number one is we got to figure out a way to beat them. Number two is that I think it's important that the people, Clinton Gray and Ms. Phillips, the people surrounding the Classic, they're trying to get more things associated with the Classic. You know, things that are happening like performances and different games and different things happening for the kids to go to and things like that, which I think are all part of a Classic. So it's not just a one-day event. They're trying to stretch it out and make it more than just one day, so that people can come in town, stay in hotels, and spend money and really enjoy themselves.
You know, that Classic also is important in terms of bringing more people into that stadium.
Yes.
And one of the things that I've always wondered is why in the world we can't increase the attendance there. I mean, is there something that we can do, or is there anything that you thought? Of course, if we were to win every game, you know, but beyond that, I mean, what are some of the practical things that we could, that you think that people might be able to help you do in terms of building up that your attendance in that?
Well, you know, one thing I think that I've always felt that when organizations and corporations get involved, you have more people involved. You know, I think that the corporations, because Nashville is a large city, there are a lot of businesses here, and I think, you know, for instance, churches and different organizations, you know, I think that if corporations and businesses and churches will go in and say, hey, okay, we're going to buy 100 tickets, right, and then we're going to give these 100 tickets to the members of our church. You know, as a corporation, we're going to buy 200 tickets, and then we're going to, you know, give these to the workers, you know, here in our businesses. So I think that the groups that are able to afford to be able to buy blocks of tickets and then give them away to people that maybe couldn't afford to come to games, that would really, really help. I think it would, because we'll get more people in the community involved. It would be a cheap source of entertainment from the standpoint that the expenses are decreased. So I would just like to see the corporations and the businesses and the churches to get more involved and buy up blocks of tickets. And it's a great thing for the employees, a great thing for the members to be able to help them out. And at the same time, you're helping out Tennessee State University.
Have you thought about the individuals you'd probably have to contact in order to sort of move that idea, that thought along? Well,
I really believe that Clinton Gray and everybody is working with the John Merritt Classic. They are doing those type things. They are contacting the corporations and the churches and big businesses. You know, I just would like to see them respond more in a positive way, because they are being contacted by Clinton Gray and all the people that run the John Merritt Classic. But I would just like to see them take a more active role in responding to that and buying up blocks of tickets and helping and contributing in the best ways that they can.
That as long as those tickets are offered, but if they don't respond by purchasing tickets, then really there's no effort that way. Okay, Coach, and I appreciate what you've given us, and of course we're near the end of this show for today. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.